You slept 8 hours. You had your coffee, maybe even two. And by 2 p.m., you're done, cooked, running on fumes. Sound familiar? If your energy is low, most people do one of two things. They push more caffeine, or they blame motivation. But here's the real question. What if your battery system is the issue? Because energy isn't just willpower, it's biology. Your fatigue is about tiny power plants inside every single cell of your body. They're called mitochondria. And yours? They might be broken. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why you're exhausted, why mitochondria run your energy, what drains them, and more importantly, how to fix it. No guesswork, just science. By the end, you'll know what to fix first and what to stop wasting money on. Okay, quick biology lesson. I promise it won't hurt. Inside almost every cell in your body are these little structures called mitochondria. Mitochondria aren't just little ATP factories. They also control inflammation signals, oxidative stress balance, and cellular cleanup. Basically, your energy and your aging speed are linked. Think of mitochondria like a hybrid car engine. When they work well, they can switch between burning sugar and burning fat for fuel. They have good exhaust systems. That's your antioxidant defense. And when parts get old, they recycle themselves and make new ones. But here's what happens when they don't work well. If they can only burn sugar, you feel low battery constantly. You crash after meals. You crave carbs like crazy. If their exhaust system is weak, inflammation goes up. Brain fog, joint pain, you age faster. If they can't recycle properly, everything slows down. Your metabolism tanks. Recovery takes forever. This isn't just about energy, it's about how fast you age. Better mitochondria means more energy and slower aging. It's a 2-for-1 deal. Myth: if your labs are normal, your fatigue is just stress. Reality: normal often means only the basics were checked, and it can miss common energy drainers like sleep apnea, unrefreshing sleep, insulin resistance, crashes and cravings, low ferritin, iron deficiency without anemia, medication side effects, or circadian misalignment from late nights and screens. Myth: more caffeine fixes low energy. Truth: caffeine can give a short boost, but it often just covers the root cause and pushes you into a loop. Later caffeine or a stronger dose disrupts sleep depth. You wake up less recovered, and the next day you need even more to function. Myth: energy drinks are better than coffee. Wrong. Most are basically caffeine plus extra stimulants and sweeteners. They hit fast, then the rebound can feel like brain fog, irritability, and a harder afternoon crash, especially if you're already running on poor sleep. Caffeine is like a payday loan for your brain. It gives you a quick little credit, then collects interest later as anxiety, worse sleep, and tomorrow's crash. So what's actually damaging these little engines? Number 1, sitting all day. Your mitochondria literally need movement to stay healthy. No exercise equals dying mitochondria. Simple as that. Number 2, chronic sleep debt. Not one bad night, but weeks and months of insufficient sleep. Your mitochondria can't repair themselves. Number 3, ultra-processed food, especially late at night. Your mitochondria expect rhythms. Eating at 11 p.m. throws everything off. Number 4, chronic stress. Cortisol is toxic to mitochondria in high doses over long periods. Number 5, alcohol. I know you don't want to hear it, but even moderate regular drinking hammers your mitochondria. It's one of the fastest ways to tank your energy. And here's what's hiding underneath for a lot of people: undiagnosed insulin resistance, subclinical thyroid issues, iron deficiency even without anemia, or sleep apnea they don't know about. This is why people feel exhausted even when a basic panel looks fine. Let me paint a picture. Tell me if this sounds like you. You're tired, but it's not normal tired. It's that deep, bone-level fatigue that sleep doesn't fix. You crash hard in the afternoon, Exercise wipes you out for days instead of energizing you. Your brain feels foggy. Motivation is low. You're more reactive to stress than you used to be. Weight is creeping up even though you're not eating more. You crave carbs constantly. Maybe you feel shaky between meals. You're always cold. Or maybe you can't handle heat anymore. Your heart rate variability, if you track it, is tanking. If you're nodding along, your mitochondria are screaming for help. But here's the good news. They respond fast when you give them what they need. Now, a few more myths about energy loss. Myth: fatigue means you should rest more and exercise less. Fact: a little recovery is necessary, but too much rest deconditions you. Your stamina drops, mitochondria downshift, and even small tasks start feeling exhausting. The better move is the right dose of movement so your body relearns, I can make energy. And many people notice fewer afternoon crashes within a few weeks. Myth: low energy is always low testosterone, low hormones. Correct. Hormones can play a role, but most low energy cases are driven by sleep debt, circadian issues, chronic stress load, poor meal timing and protein gaps, insulin resistance, low iron stores, or untreated sleep apnea. So if you only chase hormones, you can miss the real levers that actually restore energy. Myth is, if I could just sleep better, I'd have more energy. Sounds logical, but insomnia is often a symptom, not the root cause. When your cells aren't producing energy efficiently, your brain stays wired, stress hormones stay up, and your nervous system won't downshift, so you can feel exhausted but still can't sleep. That's why the better question isn't, how do I sleep better? It's, why can't my body make enough energy to actually let me rest? Fix the engine. The sleep often fixes itself. All right, here's what actually moves the needle. I call these the 5 non-negotiables. Number 1, and this is the most powerful: exercise that builds mitochondria. Not crushing yourself at CrossFit. Zone 2 cardio. That's walking fast enough that you can still talk, but you'd rather not. 30 to 45 minutes, 3 times a week. Plus strength training twice a week. This alone can transform your energy in 3 to 4 weeks. Number 2, sleep and circadian alignment. Same bedtime, same wake time. Morning sunlight in your eyes within an hour of waking. 5 to 10 minutes is enough. Caffeine cutoff 8 hours before bed. Your mitochondria run on rhythms. Number 3, protein, especially if you're over 40. You need more than you think, about 1.2 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight. Spread it across your meals. Your muscles and your mitochondria need it. Number 4, meal timing. Eat within a 10 to 12 hour window. No late night eating. Your mitochondria expect you to stop eating when the sun goes down. Fight this rhythm and they suffer. Number 5, reduce the obvious stressors. Cut back on alcohol. This is usually the biggest win for energy. Treat sleep apnea if you have it. Address insulin resistance. These aren't optional. And one more lever: hormesis. Small, controlled stress that makes your cells stronger. Brief challenges like Zone 2, a little hit when you're ready, sauna, cold exposure, impulsive hypoxia, or a tighter eating window signal your body to upgrade repair and mitochondrial function. The key is dose. Enough to adapt, not enough to crash, with recovery days so the stress becomes stronger energy, not burnout. Hormesis isn't punishment, it's training your energy system to level up. Now, supplements. And I want to be clear here. These are amplifiers, not replacements. If you're not sleeping well, not exercising, and eating garbage at midnight, no supplement will save you. Fix the foundation first. But once you've got that dialed in, here's what can help. CoQ10, specifically ubiquinol, especially if statin issues. This is the spark plug for your mitochondria. 100 to 300 milligrams daily, taken with fat. Creatine, not just for bodybuilders. 3 to 5 grams daily supports energy production in every cell, including your brain. especially powerful when paired with resistance training. Magnesium. Most people are deficient. Take it at night. It helps with sleep and over 300 enzymatic reactions your mitochondria need. For more advanced protocols, NAD precursors, urolithin A, targeted amino acids, we customize based on your labs and your specific situation. That's where personalized medicine actually matters. Here's the bottom line. Your energy is your mitochondria's job, and the fastest way to upgrade them isn't complicated. Consistent sleep timing, regular strength training, steady cardio, and stable blood sugar. Success markers: better recovery, improved resting heart rate trend, steadier mood or drive, improved glucose metrics. Supplements can help, but they work best after the basics are in place. If you want to understand what's driving your fatigue using real testing, real data, and a plan tailored to you, start with a structured evaluation and a personalized protocol. One more thing, most low energy is not one problem, it is a stack. Sleep debt plus stress plus underfueling plus low movement equals a system that stops producing power efficiently. The goal is not to push harder. The goal is to remove the drains and rebuild capacity in a repeatable way, week by week, until your baseline energy is reliably higher. You're not tired. Your mitochondria are broken. Sitting all day, screens until midnight, no morning light, constant snacking, they're killing your cell's ability to make energy. Fix it. Same wake time daily, sunlight within an hour of waking, protein every meal, move 30 minutes, stop eating 3 hours before bed. I made a complete 12-week protocol. Link in description. Because you deserve to feel like yourself again.